What's good, YouTube? I go by the name of Q. If you're unfamiliar, if you are familiar, shout out to you. Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be transparent, as most of my videos are, and I'm just going to talk about my most recent failure. Yes, my most recent failure, and that failure being my real estate exam. If you recall, back in November of 2019, last year, I released a video of all of the goals that I want to accomplish for 2020. And on that list of goals, one of my goals for this year was to not only obtain a real estate license, but to become a licensed broker, realtor, agent, whatever you want to call it. Here in Illinois, they call them real estate brokers. I wanted to obtain that license and I wanted to become a broker. So I went and took my national and my state exam the other day. I passed the state portion, but I failed the national portion. The state was relatively easy. I've been studying this stuff for 6 months now, and the national portion, it tripped me up a bit. You need a 75% to pass. I bombed it. I had a 64%. So to me, I feel like clearly the only excuse I have is I didn't study enough. That's literally all it is, because I was flying through the state part. The state part, I was checking those answers off. I only had to read like half the question. I just knew it. Everything, it was clicking. But I noticed the switch, right? I noticed the switch when the questions got real wordy, and they do that intentionally. They try to trip you up. But not only were they wordy, I just flat out didn't know the answers to them, and I was literally giving it everything that I had. I was just doing what I could. I did the whole process of elimination. I was using my best test taking strategies and tactics, and I just didn't have the answers, y'all. I did not have the answers. And I'm just like, you know what? We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I went and turned my test in after I was done, and they gave me the results right then and there. If you pass, it just says pass. If you fail, they'll show you exactly what you got wrong. They'll show you the sections you need to study up on, and they'll show you your percent. And when I saw that, I honestly couldn't be happier. I couldn't have been happier about it, because that just lets me know, like, okay, you're at least halfway. You're at least halfway of the way there, and you get 4 tries before you got to take the course and retake the test. You get 4 tries. So I know for a fact I'm not going to use up all of those tries, but I do know that I tried to begin with. So whenever I look at failure, that's how I look at it. Like, okay, I failed this time. I failed this time, so now I'm going to calibrate, right? I'm going to recalibrate. I'm going to figure out what went wrong, how it went wrong, and I'm going to do better and pass the next time. That's how I look at it. And that's how you should look at it, because that's all failure is. One of my subscribers actually shared something with me on IG, because I share a lot of stuff on IG first, because it's just easier to upload content over there. And when she told me this, I was just like, that makes perfect sense. She put an acronym for FAIL, right? FAIL meaning first attempt in learning. And I was just like, that makes sense for my situation, because that was my first attempt. That was my very first attempt. Like I said, I passed the state with flying colors, but I failed the national. So, with that being said, this is super duper important for me. This is really important for me. I have to pass this test, even if I don't do it this year, right? I'm going to hold myself to the fire. I said I'm going to pass. I said I'm going to become a broker. I said I'm going to get my license. I'm going to do these things. Y'all know. Y'all know. Q makes it happen. I have to make it happen. I have to make it happen. There's no quitting me. There's no giving up in me. I'm just going to do better, study more. No other excuses. It's my fault. And it is what it is. The moment I pass that national exam, I'll be back to report that. I will be right back reporting that, and I will let y'all know, because that's going to be the day where I feel like my life may change forever. Forever, right? Mark my words. Mark my words. I'm saying this confidently, because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like I see my future. I see my future, right? For those who don't know, real estate agents, real estate brokers, realtors, whatever you want to call them, They're independent contractors, meaning they work for themselves, though they may have a managing broker above them who have to buffer between what's legal and what's not. There's a lot of rules with this profession, but ultimately you work for yourself, meaning you can make your own schedule. There's no cap on your salary, and that's everything that I'm striving for. With the entrepreneurial mentality and spirit that I have, this is like the perfect profession for me, because this will be the deciding factor of whether I have to work a W-2 job or not. Yes, you have to hustle when you're a real estate broker. You have to hustle. You have to fill the pipeline. You're in charge of making your own paycheck, but you got to do the work in between. The checks are big, right? It's a lot of money involved with real estate, but you also have the same size gaps in between those checks. So you might do a deal in January and might not get paid for it until July or until June or whatever. You get, it's an irregular paycheck, but that's exciting for me. That fits my personality to a T. Like, I have that hustler mentality, and I know have to. I know I can't even speak right. I can't even talk right. Like, I know how to go out there and get it, man. That's what I live for. So I look forward to that. I look forward to that. The average real estate broker only makes between 30 and 50K. But your boy is not average. People been trying to talk me off the ledge. You sure you want to go down that road, or you sure you want to jump into this? Like, yes, I'm sure. Even people close to me, they say, yeah, there's no guarantee. Like, there's no guarantees with having a job. So don't tell me about what's guaranteed and what's not, especially in this pandemic. And the fact that I personally know realtors who are thriving during the pandemic. It's a lot of activity going on in the real estate market, and I've been studying this stuff for years. I've been studying it for years, so it's nothing for me to jump off the porch into this world and make it happen. Especially when I got a mouth to feed. Especially when I got a mouth to feed. Like, do y'all see this face? Look at that. You think I'm gonna let her starve? No, sir. No, ma'am. So, with that being said, follow me on IG. You can keep up with what I got going on over there. And like this video. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about the real estate profession as a whole. If you're a realtor, let me know. If you've ever been in real estate, let me know. And let's just keep the conversation going. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I go by the name of Q. And like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll let y'all next video. Peace.